Today we are taking a look at Mika from Blue Archive. This is the swimsuit version figure in the XStellar line by SEGA. Today's highlights for this figure are the bright and energetic smile, the body lines, and the energetic full body pose. The first highlight is the smile. The mouth opens wide with the corners raised, while the large eyes and soft reddish color across the cheeks give the face a very bright and energetic expression. The open hand placed close to the face also brings the facial expression and the hand gesture together in the same area. The second highlight is the body lines. The exposed area from the chest through the abdomen and waist creates one continuous line, with the torso narrowing through the waist before opening again toward the hips. The frilled swimsuit top and the thin straps around the lower outfit frame that exposed area clearly without interrupting the flow of the torso. The third highlight is the pose. One arm stretches high above the head while the other bends beside the face, and the legs also move in two very different directions. The large wings and the long hair continue that movement outward, so the full silhouette spreads well beyond the central body. This channel brings you figure reviews and anime merchandise updates straight from Japan. If you enjoyed this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe. The head is built around a bright and energetic expression, and that impression comes through first in the face before the hair and halo expand the shape around it. The mouth opens widely with the corners raised, while the red interior creates a clear boundary against the skin. The eyes use a pale yellow tone through the center, with purple lines defining the outer edges and upper sections. The upper eyelashes extend farther toward the outside, and several small white details appear across the upper areas of the irises. A soft reddish tone across the cheeks supports the cheerful expression. The hair frames the face through several overlapping sections. The bangs are divided into multiple strands that fall across the forehead at slightly different lengths, with narrower pieces overlapping near the center. Longer sections descend beside the face and continue toward the chest. From the back of the head, the hair changes from pink through pale purple into light blue and separates into several large strands. The center sections fall along the back, while the outer strands spread farther from the body, leaving visible spaces between them. Above the head, Mika's halo combines a pink circular ring with two larger curved pieces in pink and light blue. Smaller decorations sit along those curved sections, and the overlapping parts create a layered appearance. The upper body is arranged around a large exposed torso, with the swimsuit creating clear boundaries around the skin. A narrow white choker wraps around the neck, and below it, the upper chest remains open until the swimsuit top begins. The top is divided into two cups, each finished with a row of white frills along the upper edge. These frills rise and fall in small folds across the rounded cups, creating a clear step between the decorative edge and the main surface beneath it. A white ribbon sits at the center where the cups meet, with narrow ends extending downward from the knot. Thin white straps continue around the outer edges of the top, and another thin strap runs diagonally across the upper chest. Below the chest, the exposed surface continues through the abdomen and toward the waist. The body curves inward beneath the chest, narrows further through the waist, and then opens again toward the hips. A small indentation forms the navel at the center, while shallow changes in the surrounding surface continue above and below it. One arm extends high above the head, creating a long line through the upper arm, forearm, wrist, and open hand. The other arm bends at the elbow and brings the open palm close to the face. All 5 fingers are separated on both hands, and the contrast between the raised arm and the bent arm gives the upper body 2 clearly different directions. The lower body begins with the white swimsuit bottoms around the hips. A thin white strap runs diagonally across the lower abdomen and approaches the center of the front. Beneath it, a band of white frills follows the outer line of the hips in a series of small waves. The main surface of the bottoms remains visible below the frills, so the strap, frilled edge, and lower section can each be read separately. From the rear, the bottoms continue around the hips toward the upper legs, with the frilled edge overlapping the upper boundary. Large white wings extend outward from the hip area and create the widest part of the lower silhouette. Shorter feathers overlap closer to the body, while progressively longer feathers extend farther outward. Each feather has its own visible boundary, so several layers remain easy to follow. Thin gold lines form curved paths across the inner surfaces of the wings, with smaller gold details spaced around them. One leg extends downward from the hips, creating a long line through the thigh, knee, and lower leg, while the other bends sharply at the knee and lifts toward the back. White-heeled sandals complete the feet. A wide band wraps around each ankle with a white ribbon attached. Thin straps cross the top of the foot, and a wider band sits near the toes, leaving the sculpted toes exposed. The heel adds height, and the front sole also has extra thickness. This figure is approximately 22 centimeters tall. That's about 8.7 inches. For size comparison, here's a 350 milliliter can. That's about 12 ounces in the US. Overall, Mika by SEGA stands out because this figure combines a bright expression, flowing pink to blue hair, a white swimsuit, large wings, and an energetic pose that spreads across the whole piece. The face creates a very lively first impression. The mouth opens widely with the corners raised, the pale yellow eyes are framed by purple lines and long upper eyelashes, and the soft reddish color across the cheeks supports the cheerful expression without taking attention away from the eyes. The hair strengthens that presentation very effectively. The bangs are divided into several strands across the forehead, while longer sections fall beside the face and continue toward the chest. Behind the head, the color changes from pink through pale purple into light blue, and the long hair separates into multiple large strands with visible spaces between them. The outer sections spread farther away from the body, which gives the rear silhouette much more width. Above that, the halo combines the central pink ring with the larger curved pink and light blue sections to create another clear focal point around the head. The upper body works well because the swimsuit layout and the pose keep the torso open and easy to follow. The narrow white choker creates a clean boundary at the neck, while the swimsuit top uses frills along the cups and a white ribbon at the center. Thin straps define the edges of the outfit, and the exposed area below the chest continues through the abdomen, narrow waist, and hips in one connected bodyline. One arm rises high above the head, while the other bends beside the face, so the upper body never settles into one simple direction. The lower body expands the silhouette even farther. The thin strap, frilled edge, and main surface of the swimsuit bottoms remain readable as separate layers around the hips. The large white wings spread outward through several overlapping rows of feathers, and the curved gold lines with smaller gold details add more definition across the inner sections. One leg extends downward, while the other bends back at the knee, continuing the contrast in direction from the upper body. The white-heeled sandals complete the design with ankle bands, ribbons, thin straps, and wider bands across the toes. What makes the figure especially effective is the way all of these elements connect. The eye can move from Mika's bright smile up toward the raised arm, then down through the torso and extended leg, while the wings and flowing hair expand that movement around the outside of the body. Because of that, fans of Blue Archive or Mika will likely enjoy this piece very much. Collectors who like bright expressions, flowing hair, large wing elements, and energetic full body poses should find it a very satisfying addition. That's it for this video. If there's any part of the figure you liked, feel free to leave a comment and share your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.